Welcome to my book 3/project 2 writing vlog. It is December 7th and I am running on pure fucking adrenaline. I finished a second draft of my project I can't tell you about. I finished at about 3:30 last night and I exported the project and then I found a typo and then I exported the project and then I found a typo and then I exported the project and found a typo. I did it 4 times and I just kept reading different sections and finding more typos even though I read it through 3 times. And like the 3rd time was, it was late. So, hoping to have as little typos as possible, but I finally sent it in at 3:50 a.m. and then I was so fucking pumped that I got into bed at 4:30 after getting ready for bed and I just like laid there. I was like, oh, listening to the audiobook for Addie LaRue and I was like, oh, I love Addie LaRue. How can I sleep? How can I sleep? So, the rest of December is going to be devoted to writing book 3. I've just been having like the best celebratory, like I handed it in day because I am so proud of this new draft of the second project. It just has come so far from the first draft and I struggled a lot with it. And then like when something clicks and you figure out how to make something work to the point where like this new version is so much better than what I started with, I had to interpret it differently. It was just, I can't explain it all now. Eventually I will be able to. I'm really proud of it. And like maybe I won't be proud of it. Maybe in a month when I go back to it I'll find like other stuff that needs to be changed. Yeah, I was just like giddy last night and giddy now. I've been having a party to Mika. I've been watching Get Back. Get Back, oh my god. Get Back, the documentary on Disney Plus has been like the perfect companion to write to because it doesn't have like an extensive storyline. I just pop it on whenever I'm taking a break, having a snack, and I can watch it and enjoy it. And there's no intense arc that I'm really invested in so that I can't like get back to writing immediately. It's perfect! It's perfect and I'm loving it. I've got more dishes to do. Extremes in a teenage circus, running around like a clown on purpose. What's to live for? We are not. As always, when you hand in a giant writing project, you feel so fucking free. I still haven't changed my November calendar because my deadline for the second project was actually December 1st and I was in New Jersey with my family. Finishing it by December 1st just wasn't gonna happen, so I got a week extension and hit it. And here we are. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the rest of my night. I'm taking the night off. I debated editing a YouTube video with the rest of my night. But then I started editing and I was like, no. Because I want to try to take the Christmas break off. Take it easy instead of taking it hard, which is what I was trying to do over the Thanksgiving break. I'm feeling so documentary-y right now since I've been watching like hours and hours and hours of the Beatles Get Back documentary. I'm ready to work on my writing documentary. Hi, my name's Christine. I'm an author. My book Better Together came out this year. Have you read it yet? It's available for purchase. It would be really great if you want to read my book, if you could get it. But also, if you could hit the like button, that helps the video so much, like a ridiculous amount. Just like clicking that button, if you could just do me that favor at the beginning of videos of mine you watch, I'd be very grateful. I'm very grateful for you being here at all, but like if you want to help my channel, just click on the like button. Thank you. Is it 2022 when you're watching this? Oh my god, it might be. Hi, 2022. I took my hoops back out. I don't know if you've been here since 2016, but I loved hula hooping since the day I picked up a hula hoop. I didn't know about hooping until Emma Books started doing it around 2015, I think she started doing it, maybe 2014, and I picked it up at the beginning of 2016 and like immediately fell into a rabbit hole. I was obsessed with it. I was learning all the tricks. I was like doing pretty good. I only did like 2.5 months before I really injured myself because I have bad back issues and it really messed up my back and knees and I had to stop. But recently I was like, well, maybe I can exercise my arms using my hoops, and I went to do old hoop stuff like these isolations, and I mean like I can probably get it back pretty quickly, like I'm doing it now but not very good. Like I was good at this. And like all the tricks, like the simple tricks, I just like I don't like exactly remember how I did them. Like this is something that was like second nature to me at the time. And I can't do it anymore. Or I could probably do, hold on. Can't even do that? I could do this though. Yeah. Oh, see, I've lost it. 2016 doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but like it was. I need practice. And I can't practice because I'll hurt myself inevitably. I just was literally just doing arm stuff the other night, and like I started dancing around and I like felt something in my knee and I was like, fuck you. I didn't do anything. Why are you hurting me? I could still do this, you know, and I can still do the classic cooping. A little rusty. Little rusty. You don't even know how many marks were on my ceiling in 2016, like a 5,000 gajillion million black and blue marks because my hoop was black and blue. I gave myself a bloody nose back then. I gave myself like a black eye twice with my hooping, but like I didn't give a shit. I was having the most fun ever, doing all sorts of shit. Let's see if I can do this easy one. How is it again? Where there's that thing where you're like, no, I don't remember. Let's go back to this. So, where were we? This feeling, this like elated feeling, I like talk about it in the and it's so weird because I'm not realizing it till right now. The feeling that I'm feeling right now. The characters talk about it. And I wish I could talk to you about this. I want to tell you like detailed. Kind of catty-tastic. We have been book critique partners. We'll send each other our writing and then like have meetings and talk about stuff and give notes and then go back and make our shit better. And during this deadline process, Kat has been so helpful. Thank you so much, Kat, for all of your like feedback. I would just like go on Voxer and ramble to her, like read out passages of my stuff and be like, okay, what are your thoughts? Because I don't have time to have perspective. Can you help me get some? And it just made it so much easier to like work through shit. Because that's how I work through shit. I talk it through with one of my friends, and sometimes like they don't even need to really have something to say to my question. It just like the act of talking it through sometimes will just make something click. With Kat, she's really good at giving suggestions and like giving notes. It's been so nice to be able to go back and forth, and she's been writing, and we are going to trade books at the end of December. I hope my book is more than 11,000 words in when I give it to her though, because that's what it's at now. At December 7th, we're at 11,000 words. It was definitely like, oh, yeah, that was it. I was trying to do my like, when I got this move back in the day, it was like the move of all moves. I'm doing it right now. Actually, I'm pretty proud of myself because I haven't done this in a long time. I can't do it on the other hand anymore. Bellamy's like, what the fuck's going on? Don't let me down. Don't let me down. So the Beatles documentary Get Back, it takes place like right before the Beatles stopped being a band. It's their last hurrah. I just haven't thought about the Beatles breaking up because, you know, we're so young, so we weren't there for it. I just think of them as a band that was together forever. All I've heard all of my life is like, Yoko Ono broke up the band. Now being 30, it seems much more reasonable that like a band will eventually not be together anymore. Because at some point, everybody like wants to do their own thing and move on and change and grow in different ways, and it's really hard to do that when you have to devote so much of your time to a certain thing. Like they're all married or want to have families, like that's gonna make being devoted to the band all the time so much more difficult. It just seems way more natural. As you get older, you're way more accepting of the fact that things end, and that doesn't mean they were bad or not successful. Like they were amazing, obviously, but like everything, you know, has a beginning, middle, and end, and it's unreasonable to think that things never ended. But when you're young, you want nothing to ever end, and it's very upsetting and hard to accept that anything ends. Literally everything. A book, a job, a friendship, living in one place. Like you never want that to end. You never want anything to change, because it's really scary because you haven't been put through it before. Yeah, it's fascinating. It's just fascinating how like your perspective changes so much like with every year. You don't have to go like 10 years to like see something completely differently. Can you believe I only got 3 hours of sleep last night? Can you? What should I do now? Watch more Get Back?
A few moments later.
I wanna go to sleep. Hello! So I went to bed really early on the 7th, got up on the 8th, was still fucking exhausted. Spent yesterday trying to like refill my energy well. And then this morning I started rereading my first 10,957 words of my book 3. I only am on the first page. I'm hoping that by the end of the day, I could get through the first 2 chapters, because of course I have to go back and now read from the beginning, because I like barely remember it because I got so engrossed in my other project. I thought I had reached 11,000 words, but really I'd gotten to 10,957, so that's where we are. And so, the lion fell in love with the lamb. I wanted to wear my new sweatshirt from Natasha in a vlog, so it's memorialized forever in time. Another wrench in my plans. I mean, there's so many wrenches because it's the holiday season. I need a dress for an event. I guess you can know because this is ages. I'm going to the Spider-Man premiere on Monday. I really would like to wear a new dress because it's like such a cool big event, and I've ordered 3 different dresses. I just returned one because it doesn't fit. The other one's not gonna come till the 15th now, so it's the 2 days after I'm supposed to have it for the event, so that's probably not gonna work out. And then the other one I ordered yesterday is gonna come by the 10th, which is tomorrow. So there's a chance I could wear that one, but like there's a chance I could find nothing. So I have to go to like the actual mall and see if I could find something. And then after that, I'll be content with just wearing something I've already worn. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but like, since I get to walk the red carpet of the Spider-Man premiere, like, I'd really like to feel like I'm wearing like a special new outfit. Look at my good boy over there. Look at him. Another incoming wrench. I have my booster. It was a rough day after that second shot last time. Like, I could not move. And when I did, felt like I was gonna faint. So much to do, so little time. So I wasted half an hour today at the mall. Still watching the Beatles Get Back documentary. I'm on part 2. I power walked the entire mall, and I know what I'm looking for. Like, I know what color outfit I'm looking for, so like, I'm just, you know, power walking through each store looking for this shit, and there's nothing there. And I was exhausted when I got out. I was like, I just walked the whole mall in half an hour. I think I got my steps in. It just got me thinking about how, like, when I'm working on a project, like, my instinct is to do nothing else but the project. And that's just like not a sustainable life plan when there's not just, it's just not, even if it is just you, it's not a sustainable life plan. But that's how I tend to work on books. And that's what I kind of imagined I would do come December, but like, I don't know, I was deluding myself thinking that I could do that leading up to Christmas. Like, there's so much other stuff to do. For example, like the month before I handed in Again But Better, not Again But Better, I was thinking about Better Together. Better Together, the first thing I did when I woke up, right. And then like I would write all the way through the day, you know, take the breaks to eat, and then I'd write into the night. And then I would go to sleep and wake up, and the first thing I would do is take out my computer and write. That's just not a viable plan with Bellamy, because the first thing I have to do is get up and take him out. But like writing first thing gets your head in the story. Like that's how I get in the story and stay in the story and make like an intense progress quickly. It's different again writing this fucking book. Like Again But Better was completely different because there was no rock pushing down on me like you have this much time left. Better Together, I didn't have a puppy and I was living with someone, so there was like another person there. And now it's like me and the puppy and the book. Like, how do I make this work? Yeah, I'm gonna continue reading. I'm still on the first page. I worked for another like half an hour on the first page. I think I remember talking, I don't know if it was Colleen Hoover or Ruta Sepetys that was like, I think it was Ruta who just said like she just will write for like a week straight and do nothing else, like hardly sleep. How? But I think Colleen has written like that before too. She'll have like weeks of writing where she just writes. And I like working that way, but I don't think I can when I have a high maintenance young dog. I gave Bellamy some empty water bottles to play with the other day, and now all he wants to do is creep up and take my water bottle. He's cuddling with me right now. But really, it's a ploy to get to my water bottle, isn't it? I'm not fooling anybody. I think I made a grave mistake. Even though I kept him busy for like 20 minutes when I was on a deadline. Was the 20 minutes worth all my water bottles for the rest of eternity? Probably not. I know you're pretending to be sleepy. Waiting for the right moment to strike. Hmm? Yeah, I'm talking to the camera. Oh. Is this the moment to strike? That's Mommy's water bottle. That's Mommy's water bottle. Bellamy, you can't have it. It's Mom's water. You can have one later. Thanks for cuddling. No, you can't have it. Let me take you down, 'cause we're going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real. So, I'm having trouble getting past the first page. I have first page syndrome.
I'm having trouble getting back into the book. The hardest part of a book is right in the beginning of a book. By getting into it and getting all excited and finally being able to write, I like finally moved past the hardest part. And then I had to switch projects. And now I have to do it all over again. Because I can't just jump into this book because I'm so early on. I just have to do it all over again and have that whole mental struggle all the fuck over again. I am frustrated. I just want to watch a movie. Because I am frustrated. Bellamy wants this so bad.
It's December 11th. Hello. I'm not very hungry, but I really want an oatmeal dessert. So I'm making myself a dessert. Oatmeal at 9:30 and breaking all my rules. My current rule is not to eat after 8 o'clock because it's better for my stomach. But sometimes it's Saturday night. And you're home and you were working till 8:30 and now it's 9:30 and you're reading Midnight Sun. You want to know what I did instead of write today because my brain is still on hiatus from writing? I got a COVID test so that I can get into the Spider-Man premiere. I went to the post office to collect my mail from when I was away in New Jersey for Thanksgiving. I learned the water under the bridge dance. I spent a lot of time looking for outfits for the Spider-Man premiere. I edited a video. I made the thumbnail for that video. I watched half an hour's worth of TikTok for research because I can't be an effective TikTok human if I don't do my TikTok research. Yes, I might have enjoyed it and stayed for longer than the 10 minutes originally planned. But half an hour, I mean, that's still a victory getting off after half an hour. I thought about how I wasn't writing. I felt guilty about not writing. I got hives about not writing. I went for a really long walk with Bellamy with the entire neighborhood. I've never lived in an area where there's like a really big dog community, but like there's a really big dog community here and it's kind of really nice. Because every time we go out there, he has people to play with and interact with, and like I'm walking with a group of people and we're chatting. I mean, yes, I don't get as many minutes of my audiobook to listen to on my walks, but I'm like interacting with humans all the time, which is new for me. Introvert human girl, introvert hermit girl. Granted, I'm not as hermit. I'm not like extreme hermit. I'm probably like level 6 hermit on the hermit scale. Kat's like a level 10 hermit. She's like a hermit expert. I don't enjoy being level 6. I'd rather be like a level 4 hermit, and that's when we're not in a pandemic. I'm usually level 4 because I'm going places all the time. Pandemic times, I've been between 6 and 10 the last 2 years. I'm really glad that now I'm at a 6. Now that like I'm in like a community where like I see people all the time without meaning to, because I'm not good at meaning to. I'm horrible at meaning to. This is the thing. Like I make friends at stuff and then I'm like afraid to talk to them, to invite them to do things. I don't know why. I'm literally so scared to make the jump from like we were friends at this to like let's hang out casually friends. I don't know why it scares the bejesus out of me. And the only way that I've been able to try to close that gap is by like inviting them to make videos, and I love doing that. It's so much fun. I find it like the most fun to make videos with new friends, but then after that I'm like I can't just keep inviting them to make videos. But I'm scared to do anything else because anything else feels unstructured and scary, and why would they want to do that with me? The plight of the introvert. I've never really thought about hermithood on a scale like this, but it really does work like that, and I'd love to know what level hermit you are on a normal day, like me as a 4, as opposed to you now during like the edge of the pandemic. Hopefully we're at some sort of edge. 6 for me. And what you were during the pandemic. 9.8 for me. I watched The Hating Game last night. I felt really guilty about it, but I also really wanted to watch a movie. It's been a really long time, and I really wanted to watch The Hating Game, a book adaptation movie that everyone was excited about, and I really enjoyed myself watching. But I also was like, should I have been writing? But I wasn't writing. That's the point. And I edited a video today, and I edited some of it yesterday, so I'm being productive in other ways. The next time I try to write, I am going to try to just jump in, maybe read like the last 2 pages and jump in from there and see how that affects my mind space. Because the fact of the matter is I just have to keep trying new ways to get into it. It's not working from the beginning right now, so I have to try something else. That's how I have to keep moving. Keep trying different strategies. If you're gonna let me down slowly. Don't pretend. Na 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 na.
Hello, welcome to December 16th. I'm gonna try to start from where I ended instead of from the beginning, like I really want to, and see how it goes. So like I went to the Spider-Man premiere on Monday. It was a once in a lifetime, most amazing night ever. And then I got my booster shot, and that like took me out for the booster shot day and for the day after. And now we're here. Like it just, the time just goes by so quickly. I made a TikTok yesterday while I was on my bed recovering from the shot, like sore all over. I was just like, I got a video up this week. I have been reading Midnight Sun. I feel like this is the slowest I've ever read a book in my entire life. You know what I'm still not done with? The Beatles documentary. I'm on part 3 and it's been great. I'm really itchy at the injection site of my booster. It's so itchy over there. I keep wanting to scratch it, but there's a Band-Aid there. All right, it's 1:51 p.m. I'm gonna try to do at least a half an hour sprint. You know what? I need my magic headphones. I think I've cut a bunch of words. I'm like at 10, 5, 5, 6. So I'm making some changes to like the last chapter that I have. So I had to go back and read it. And as I'm reading it, I'm just like, oh my God, this is so first drafty. And I'm like going through and changing some things. But at the same time, like I feel like I have to start from the beginning to really like set the tone. This blows. I'm gonna have to give Kat this really shitty shit first drafty draft that I don't feel like is tonally accurate yet. I mean, but it's gonna be helpful to get her notes, and I know it's gonna be helpful. All right, y'all. I just got really amazing, hopeful news about deadlines. I just got a call about my second project that I just submitted a couple weeks ago. But I got a call asking if when I'd be free to work on it again. And it's a project that like, it's timely. So it's not something that I could really be like, sorry, I need like 4 months now to write my first draft of book 3. Like I need, or else I'll never get that finished. I just heard news that I could like a 97% chance that I could push that deadline back so that I can do that second project and get it all sorted before I dive into the first draft of book 3, which is just like an immense relief. And that like the idea that I'm not gonna have to like constantly be having to be like, sorry family, I have to use my time here in New Jersey to write over the holiday is a relief, because I really wanted to just be able to take that off, since during Thanksgiving I spent a lot of time working on my second project because that was due. I know I'm gonna have to do YouTube stuff while I'm home. Like I have to do my end of the year video, and I want to finish Midnight Sun, so I have those 2 projects already that will take up a lot of time, and that's enough time to be working while I'm home for 2 weeks. Relief? I've been having kind of like a sad day. It's one of those days where like I remember that I had to end a relationship this year, and it was really depressing because I really wanted it to work out. And I like put up my Christmas tree thinking that finally I'm gonna feel like it's Christmas, and then like got sad because that was like my first Christmas away from my family, and John and I like did everything that we could to make it like special, and this was the Christmas tree that like we put up together, and it's just hey y'all, it's January 11th. Is it? Wait, it's January 12th. 2022. I got Midnight Sun vlog up yesterday, so that has freed me to restart my book 3, and I'm restarting from the beginning. I wrote some brand new stuff today, and then I went back and started like integrating that new stuff into my original first chapter. I sat there for like 2 hours. I was like, wow, I've done so much, and I really just rewrote the first 2 pages, but you know, I'm back, I'm getting back into it. I know that as soon as I really get into it, I'm gonna get a call and they're gonna be like, it's time to get edits for your second writing project. You have to switch projects, and it's gonna be a mad bummer again, I feel like. They can't just keep waiting in limbo for them to come back with that other writing project, because they said they were gonna come back to me in early January. Like, you can't ever depend on that. You never know when the timing actually is going to happen.
Later.
This is proving to be a rough start. I did end up giving my 10,000 crap vomit word draft to Kat because I knew it was gonna help to talk about it no matter what. And she gave me her new book, which is excellent. I'm so excited about it. She gave me like almost a full book and I gave her 10,000 shit words. It was really helpful to have our little conference. So the second week of January, I got grooving and I rewrote those first 10,000 words and I kept rewriting. I hit open ground. It was so exciting and I was moving and grooving and having ideas. And then I got to like 15,500 words 2 days ago. And then my dog, who has separation anxiety, jumped off a balcony because I wasn't in the apartment. He was at my neighbor's house with his friend, another dog. Didn't even think that he could ever get off that balcony. But he did. It's been a horrifying 3 days, and I've already spent a lot of time this month trying to work on the separation anxiety issue. It just feels like it keeps getting worse. He's on medication now, but you know, the dose he was taking wasn't enough, and we just upped the dose, but not soon enough for him to not jump off a balcony. It's been a horrifying 3 days, and I didn't do much. Obviously, I didn't do any writing in these 3 days because I've been like so worried, and he's so lucky. So my dog's okay. He's been blessed by the powers that be because he did not break any bones. He's just traumatized right now, and it's taking a lot of my energy and care to help him through that. Last night I got my notes for another project. So I was just as I predicted. I started moving and grooving, and then the notes for the other project came and I have to switch. I'm finding the other project so much easier to jump in and out of because I know it so well because this is a third draft, you know? First drafts blow. They are the hardest by far of anything ever for my brain. And like once I get into them, so much fun, but it's still hard until you like know the story so well and know your characters so well. That's my life story right now. Now that separation anxiety issue has shot up my list of priorities. It was already a big priority, but like now it's like tippity top. So my dog is the dog version of me. He worries too much about things. He gets very excited. He loves to play. He's a sensitive stomach. He can't eat a lot of different foods, and he's very anxious. Maybe I created him. I did this, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Follow me. There's a siren happening right now. Let's answer some questions from our viewers. Questions from our viewers to distract from my failures. During this time I've gotten an iPhone. I have deleted all my socials. I've deleted Instagram a bunch of times. It really did help. It was when I deleted Instagram that I finally started to roll. But now I have Instagram again and a dog with severe anxiety. Favorite thing about writing book 3 so far has been like coming up with the overall plot. You know, we'll see once we get further. I'll probably have a better favorite. But right now I've only got, let me get the exact number of words. I've got 15,432 words. What do you do when you feel like you can't write? I've been having this issue for a while. Oh, Dan, me too. Now what I'm doing is talking to y'all. I try to switch projects. And for me, that means like going to YouTube. I would recommend like going for a walk, taking a shower, like doing any of the things. Oh, delete your social media, even if it's for a day. Just so you don't give your brain any option but to like think on its own. You know, not like absorb other things to distract itself, and like don't listen to podcasts that day. That always helps. I have to take my own advice sometimes. I like forget it. It's ridiculous how often I forget, like, oh yeah, I had to delete Instagram to get that done. Or like, oh yeah, I had to delete every social media I have on my phone to start that book. That shit works. Character Enneagrams. Okay, so I know that Siri's an Enneagram 4, Jamie's an Enneagram 3. I didn't know about Enneagrams when I wrote I Get But Better, so I wasn't thinking of the characters with that in mind, and I don't know enough of the Enneagrams, I feel like, to Enneagram them in retrospect. Like, I knew when I was forming the characters, I was actually thinking like, what are their Enneagrams? Their Enneagrams turned out to be ones that I know really well, because I'm a 3-wing 4. Maybe Jamie has some 7 in her. I feel like 7s are like very outgoing and like extroverted and chatty, and that's Jamie for sure. Maybe she's a 7. I have to study the Enneagram. Sarah from I Get But Better might be an Enneagram 1. Pilot might be an Enneagram 6, maybe? I need to learn more about 8 and 9. I feel like those are the ones I know the least about. Advice for getting writing done when your dog needs your attention 190% of the time? Oh my god, is that me asking this question? My best advice, like up to this point, is to utilize things like crate time. And that used to be like my writing time, and I would have him on a strict schedule. Having that scheduled for a puppy is really helpful. For like a grown dog, it's a little harder. I utilize things like Himalayan cheese sticks, and that'll keep him busy for an hour, or Kongs, but I stopped using Kongs. The yak sticks, he eats very, very slowly, so those are solid. Like that has been my best thing, but I can only do that for an hour, so it's really like figuring out a nap schedule. There's like the morning walk, and after the morning walk, like he takes a nap, so I'm like, this is my time to get stuff done. And then there's like, we go for an afternoon walk, I get my matcha. After that, he like wants to play for a little bit, and then like this is my work time. I get like 2 hours. It's really being able to take advantage of the time when your dog's napping or busy. Like, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to like capture that time and make the most of it, because for creative shit, your brain a lot of the time will need some time to chill and like think and like sink into the zone. And sometimes by the time you sink into the zone, your dog's like, I'm ready to do something again. Hi. Being a dog mom has been the most unexpected time and energy consuming thing that I've done. Like I was not expecting to be like a full-time mom, because this is not a child. And I know it's different from having a child, don't get me wrong, but like it's a lot more than a lot of normal dog people that I know, because somehow I ended up with a dog that has all of my problems in dog form. Even the problem of like believing that I can do like physical things and then hurting myself. This guy, same problem. Like, oh yeah, I can jump off a balcony and be fine. No. Any advice for keeping the tone light? Happy? I keep making the tone too heavy with my rom-com. I feel like I have the opposite problem, where like, even when I feel like things are heavy, they come out light. Because I always end up making like silly things happen around or during the serious thing. Because I guess I don't want it to be too heavy subconsciously. Keeping a sense of humor in the characters within the darker moments is how you keep the tone a little lighter. So I feel like if you wrap it in a blanket of comedy, it keeps the tone light, and just don't stay in it for a really long time. I feel like you have to like go in and out of. It's gotta be peaks and valleys of intensity. What have I been writing to lately? Oh my gosh. Let's get a song from my writing playlist. You know what I wrote to for 50 years? If you can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. Justin Bieber's new song Ghost is so addictive. I haven't liked Justin Bieber's song in a long time. I don't know if you remember, but like I was very involved in Justin Bieber's first like 2 albums, because I did like Kesha Bieber musical parodies back in 2010. But there's been a big gap. Like I haven't liked a lot of Bieber stuff. I'll settle for the ghost of you. I've listened to this like 5,000 times and I still say the words wrong, but I've listened to it 5,000 gajillion times. I heard it in my sleep. I heard it just like when I was talking to people. I was like, if I can't be next to me, your memory is ecstasy. And you know what I'm also obsessed with? The acoustic version of Bite Me. And I have listened to that 10,000 gajillion times. The acoustic version of Bite Me is so much better than the pop punk version, in my opinion. The pop punk version, the lyrics just don't sink into me at all. I like barely hear them. It just sounds like a lot of other pop punk songs. But when you listen to the acoustic version, like it hits me. Belfast with a no shit around, no shit around, no shit around. I bet it takes me on a tippy on top. Shit in a better mess of something like me. I'm on to my other project, and I'm gonna have to come back to my book 3 and really fucking bang it out. I'm really hoping that this will be the last draft of second project for a bit, and in that big break, I'm just gonna completely like go underground and write book 3. That's what needs to happen. I need to know that I have a stretch of time to bang out a book, because I can't go in and out during first draft. I have to live in it forever. Just eat, breathe, sleep. Eat, breathe, sleep it. Eat, breathe, sleep it. Eat, breathe, sleep it. Thank you so much for sending your questions. If you haven't already and you enjoyed this video, please click that like button. Leave me a comment about where you are with your project. My name's Christine. I'm at XTeenMay on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and I will... Ow! I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.